Welcome back to another episode of Camp Time is Real Time. I'm your host, Sarah Lebrecq, and we are into the third session. It is week 5 with Rachel and Billy Rice. This is awesome. Great perspective from Billy, who's grown up at camp, and Rachel, whose first year it is at camp. And it was so nice to hear about how the summer has gone and everything that has been going along at camp. This week, we talk about all of the things that happen, the special guests coming to sing, the counselor karaoke, counselor competitions, a brand new one. We talk about the shows. You know what? We talk about it all, week 5. So, really good one. Hope you enjoy it, and we will see you next week. Bye. How did it come to be that you actually worked at camp for a summer?
I think it was last summer I was wishing that I worked at camp, but I was so stressed with wedding stuff that I was I have to do it next summer.
Yeah.
I was committing last August to do it this summer. It was just I was always so jealous. I'm I want to be involved in all these inside stories. I went to hang with all the people, but I felt like I didn't know a lot of what they were talking about.
Yeah. So when you step on camp for orientation, what's it like being the new person, and how do you how did orientation go, and how quickly did you feel part of it?
Yeah, I'd say it was intimidating for the first 20 minutes, and then it just became not intimidating because everyone was so nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was it was nice to have Ethan also be brand new. And he was also kind of quiet, again, only for the first 20 minutes. And then everyone was just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool to see Sam be super serious. He was super serious with the wedding, but typically when I see him at camp, I'm wow, this is his job. But during orientation, it's serious Sam.
Yeah.
For the beginning. Yeah, so it was cool to learn a little bit of the ins and outs, but then you kind of jump right in. Once the CITs and assistants got there, I was oh no, I'm new. Everyone knows I'm new. I'm standing out like a sore thumb. It was fine. Yeah, it was all good.
That's great. That's what Ethan said too. I think he was 20 minutes and I was good. And I was that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's such a testament to how orientations run and how what the camp is, that everyone's all right, you are ours now.
Right.
You're in.
Yeah. The first activity where Sam was find an assistant and a CIT and a head counselor. I'm oh no, I don't know which ones are which. And I didn't want to offend anyone. I'm I only know a couple people here. I'm Mason, you're an assistant, right? He's yeah, you have to find a CIT. So yeah. But everyone then people came over to me, which was nice.
So you are in the pups, which is the older tribe, the older age and junior camp. How are you liking it?
I love it. It's awesome. Yeah, I teach 5th grade, so it's just fun for me in the summer to do something kind of different. So younger kids is just a lot more fun. Tons of energy, and I like that they're also pretty new to camp. I mean, there's some people that were there as tadpoles, but a lot of them were new. It was cool. I'm I'm new too. Let's try to figure it out together.
Aw, that's awesome.
Yeah, I originally would have liked the tadpoles, but because we had all of our nieces come, I'm I just can't be with them.
Yeah.
I think they did way better with Elizabeth, so than they would have with me. They just would have been too attached.
Yeah, I think you guys are so right about that.
They love their Auntie Rachel too, so it wouldn't be good.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because they were all there. I mean, it was that was so great, that John was here for so long, and the whole Texas crew and everything. I don't know, they live 2,000 miles away, but all the cousins get to be together.
Right.
That was
did 4 weeks of camp.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. We were driving to camp. I can't remember what day it was this week, and Aiden goes, "Ooh, Patrick's in school."
Oh no.
I was
yeah,
oh, it's too funny.
Yeah, it's a bummer. So Billy, when you guys first met or shortly thereafter, did you know Rachel would be a good camp person?
Yeah, I mean, she's, as soon as I saw her around kids, and I couldn't tell she's awesome. I've seen her as a teacher, and she's just amazing at it, and to be able to do it in a fun environment, which would be even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, less rules.
Yeah, we actually Sam, Carrie, and I now one activity a week. We go to the junior camp. So like Carrie takes the tadpole, Sam takes the cubs, and I take the pups.
Oh, get out.
And, yeah, it's pretty cool. So, but we were just talking. I was talking about with Sam. He's like, I always like had a lot of respect for people that do junior camp, but then doing it for one activity, I'm like, man, this is a tough job. I was like, yeah, they're out of their minds.
Oh, that's really cool. So you guys get like a free period.
Yeah, because they never had free periods. Everybody else did, but junior camp never did. The hardest job, but no free periods. So
that's
Sam
awesome.
that up.
Yeah, I was like, wait, why do we get a free period? And Billy's like, everyone else gets one. I'm like, really? I had no idea.
That's one of those like really cool innovations of like, it took what, like 50 years. They're like, hold on a second.
Something's not there.
These people need 45 minutes off.
Yeah.
Oh,
they started it, like, I think, third session last year, and then continued it. So like I think once a session this year, right?
Yeah, we've had it twice now.
Yeah.
That's so great. Oh man, and that's so cool that like the kids get. I'm sure the kids are like, oh wow, like we get to. Like, you know, the guy with the feather, or, you know.
Right. Yeah. I heard them. I walked by the cubs after I left the pups, and they were going to music, and they were like, John, guess who's our counselor? And he's like, is it Sam? Yeah, he's right with you.
But we are in the third session. We've made it 2/3 of the way through. So week 5, which is a good one because it's like you can savor it. Like, you know, it's coming to a close. So it's like, I mean, I thought last week you guys did an insane amount of things in 5 days. Yeah. And you're just like the gas is fully on the floor right now. Like there's no letting up.
Something
been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the best way. Mother Nature's like, guess what? We're doing rain.
You haven't had enough rain like during camp. So we just had 2 hard rain days, but
yeah, you showed that you can open the camp with rain. So we're going to open another session with rain. I hear you got through all 5 activities, right?
Yeah. Amazing.
On the first day.
Yeah.
And there were, how many sings did we do that day?
Yeah, sing 2 was funny because like the kids were like, wait, why are we doing it again? And the new kids, and like I had 8 new campers this session. So I'm trying to be like, this isn't normal, but it'll be awesome. I'm guessing it's going to rain. Like I think Sam has his weatherman hat on. That's why we're doing this.
We're not usually stuck in this hot tent for 3 hours.
That's right. I got for my kids that on that first sing, there were 4 versions of Yogi Bear. Is this a thing this year that we're just making up Yogi Bear?
All the twists.
Oh yeah, year of the Yogi Bear.
Yeah.
So I got
front row for Sam's face, like when someone's like, and we're gonna sing Yogi Bear with the twist, and he's like, okay.
So we've got Freddie, Shay, Ethan, the classic, but I'll tell you, Quinn loves it. Yeah. And she's like, I think I want to sing a Yogi Bear at Sing. And I'm like,
yeah, with the twist.
Yeah, ask your counselor.
I love it. Yeah, there was a creative like Kelly one, I feel like, this week too.
I feel like sometimes they're just saying names when they get up there.
Yeah. It was like, I think Kelly was, it was a very random one.
Very
like,
random.
Speaking of Kelly, is she head counselor of the Skunks? What is this?
She wanted a troop name.
And then the camp voted.
So then the camp gave her options, and everyone voted skunk.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So she came out in the skunk costume we have running around flag the other morning.
That's awesome.
That was so
it's like
good.
It was meant to be, actually, because there was just a handy skunk costume. Yeah.
Of course. I did want to give a shout out to Fiona for recognizing me that first morning. And she's like, or the afternoon, she's like, I'll get your kids. And I'm like, thank you so much. You did not do that.
Yeah,
it was very sweet of her for doing that. My kids came home and they're like, we got through everything. Like we did everything. We had 2 sings and they were like pretty psyched about it. So,
awesome.
You know, you get curveballs and they're like, we're going with it.
Yeah.
So we were in a weird weather pattern. So Tuesday rolls around. We've got some more rain. But you guys were at the posts in the morning. But then I think the skies just like opened up on Tuesday.
We got to do flag, which was good because the kids hadn't really seen, like we did like a pretend lowering Monday afternoon in the stables, with the friendship circle, but the kids, the new ones are like, what are we doing? I'm like, I know, it'll make more sense tomorrow. So yeah, then we did flag, and then it was like, I think backpacks away and get to the tent like as quickly as possible.
Got it.
And it just started pouring out.
Yeah.
And we just kept checking the radar, and kept saying it was going to go away by like 10, and then it was like 10:15, and then before you know it was like 11:45, and it was still pouring.
And it rained that hard too.
I don't think we've ever seen that much rain in that little time at camp. Like I've never seen puddles build up like that.
I think the water just had like nowhere to go, and then it eventually slipped away.
Yeah.
Like when we walked into the stables, I'm not even kidding. I think the kids, it was up to like midway on their shins, the puddle. And they're like, can we walk through it? I'm like, sure. So wet.
Jump in it.
They're just like covered in mud and water. I'm like, but it was fun. Like, and then I'm like, let's just change our shoes now. Who has like Crocs in their bags? Yeah, we kept doing like scooches inward. Sam would be like, all right, now everyone scooch in towards Ty. The carpet was just getting wetter and wetter.
That's great. Yeah. Did you guys do at any point, do you guys still do the rain dances?
No, not really. Not like we used to. Not like where everyone would have the instruments and be like around the. No, we don't really do that anymore.
Got it. Okay.
We're all about that.
That would have been a good day for it.
Yeah, it would have been a great day for a rain dance.
Yeah. Well, knock on wood. Hopefully you're not going to need it this year. But I think I said on a pod, so we would everyone would have an instrument, and there'd be like a huge conga line, and all the counselors would be walking around playing instruments to get the rain away. Yeah. I thought rain dances and snow dances were to shoo the weather away for like way too long in life. Like typically it's like to bring it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Usually people do it to bring the rain.
Yeah. But we used to, I think we did that back in the day when like we didn't really have a plan for the rain. Like,
yeah.
Just keep it going.
Use some time. Yeah.
Yeah. But Tuesday was also was it assistant dress up? The bikers and surfers?
Oh yeah, no, it was. You're right, because they came in on the vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the flag.
What did they come in on?
Oh, the John Deere Gator.
They did? All of them?
Yeah, I think they all squeezed on it, right?
I think it was all the bikers.
All the bikers.
Yeah, like all in their like leather jackets and jeans.
Pretty random, surfers and bikers. But yeah.
Hey, if those two groups of people can get together, anyone can, right?
Yeah.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah. And then the bikers won, and they did the like sing off at sing, like who could be louder.
Oh yeah.
Bikers versus surfers, and like it divided the camp like half and half. I don't know the song. So I was like, I'm sorry, I can't help with this one. I don't know these words. Yeah.
Ham and eggs.
Yeah.
Ham and eggs?
Flop them. Yeah.
They did it against each other. Surfers versus bikers.
That's great. And the bikers won?
They were louder, yeah. So
yeah. Surfers like laid back, like it's fine. Oh, right. That's great. Ham and eggs is like a camp classic, like goes back many years.
We used to compete. That used to be a competition for like first session, second session, and then like maybe a championship in the third or something like that. Just like they would do it 3 times
with the campers. Or no,
it used to be like it would be like when Tom used to be like families, like a Rice family versus like the Cal family or something up there.
Gotcha. Oh,
or like a different camp family.
Yeah. Okay.
And then way back in the way, do you remember this, Billy, when it was Sam and Adam?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. So way back, it was Sam and then Adam Carlson, his best friend, the ultimate male. They would do it the 3 sessions, and it was like, who are you rooting for? And it was always fun. Those people right on the line in the middle, they were like, ooh, like, whose team am I going to be on? But it was loud. And I'm assuming that you guys got to the decibel level up pretty high this year as well.
Oh yeah, so loud. Awesome. Like, how can we even?
Rachel was probably blocking her ears.
Yeah, it's really loud at the front.
Anyway, so you have a little rain, but we're going on counselor karaoke on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, that was I remember, I think it was like Monday. We were out at Pioneering under the little saw. What's it called?
This old sawmill.
Like to try to get out of the rain. And Sam comes around. He's like, karaoke's on for tomorrow. Here's your times. I'm like, oh no, okay. I thought it would be like Thursday. Yeah, it was. And then I had asked Mason because I did Love Story by Taylor Swift. And there's like a long intro. So I'm like, I just don't know when to start singing without the words. So Mason gave me like a cue, like start now.
Oh, that's nice.
He's like, yeah, I'll go home and listen to it and I'll give you like a signal. So yeah, it was great. I thought there would be sing and then karaoke, but since we had such a long sing in the morning, we just kind of came back together for karaoke.
Nice.
And, yeah, it was Molly, me, Shay, Ty, and Fink.
And then we were one short. So Monday, Mary got to step in with the head counselors and do karaoke.
Yeah, that was awesome. And she won.
She won.
Yeah.
I didn't know what song it was. Everybody seemed to be singing it, and I've never heard this in my life.
Yeah. It must be from a movie or something because like I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, my kids knew it and they're like, put it on. So I will tell you, every time, this is 100% the summer of Taylor Swift, and I'm here for it. We are like new Swifties in this house.
Right.
Every time there is a Taylor Swift song played at Sing, it becomes a Lebrec favorite. We started out the summer with the core 4. We're now up to the core 10. It's just every time there's another Taylor Swift.
Nice.
Yeah, added into the rotation.
Yeah. So but I get the clues from Quinn as to what the song is. She's like, can you put on the song? It's about like Juliet and whatever. And I was like, and then I'll text my friend. I'm like, what song is this? And immediately I get the answer.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So, but we're up to the core 10. So I love it. Long live Taylor Swift.
Summer of Taylor Swift, definitely.
Are you a karaoke person? Like, would you have?
No. Oh my God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're at a new job.
At orientation. I think Sam told us at orientation. I was like, this is my nightmare. But then I think that Sam knew to put me last because I got to see so many people do it. And I feel like camp just instills confidence in people. So I was like, wow, I actually feel pretty confident in week 5. I can do this.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
So, it was like a total out of my comfort zone thing, but very fun.
Just in general, how long did it take you to kind of realize that that feeling was always going to be there? Like you can go up and like be silly or do something you're not going to do and you're going to get nothing but positive reinforcement.
Yeah, I think that you see it right away, but then to feel it took like maybe the first week. I'm like, oh, like we could get up and do anything. And the camp will cheer and love it.
Yeah, literally anything.
Yeah. Well, and you see people go up and I'm like, it's so funny, but it's awesome that they are so confident. Like whoever's up there, I'm like, I'm amazed by you.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, I love that. I love hearing it. So yeah. So with the karaoke, is there going to be a karaoke off in the coming weeks or?
Yeah, I guess big
next
plans.
week they got big plans, I guess, too. More Freddie and Mary.
Love it. Ooh, can't wait to find out. It's good.
Right.
Look, Mary stepping in last minute, coming out with the W. Ooh.
Yeah, I know. When Sam was like looking for an assistant to step up, I was like scanning the room. All their faces were like, you know.
To be fair, there's literally nothing that those girls can't do.
Yeah, they are amazing.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to Wednesday. All right, so Wednesday we have crazy hair and crazy hat day.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any big standouts for that one?
I mean, I look good in my wig always, but
brought that for me. Yeah,
of course.
No, I think like the girls did the classic, like lots of little ponytails everywhere. It was fun to see color in some people's hair. Some people did the color thing. Quinn's hair was awesome. And then I'm like, the color's still kind of in some people's hair too. Like as the week goes on, I'm like, wait, your hair is still colored.
Yeah.
Good turnout though.
I liked Trisha's hat. It was like massive. She wore like this massive sun hat.
Nice.
But then I saw some of her campers rocking later in the day. So
and on Wednesday there was no rain. It was the first day of the session.
And
it was
day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was like one of those days where like you're walking around just like having a really good day and like everybody's looking like they're having the best day and just like the vibes there are great. It was awesome.
Yeah, and to have like long activities was nice too, because like Monday, Tuesday they were shorter. So to have business as usual, 40 minutes was nice.
Well, kind of. And then we've got the tugboat competition.
Yeah, that's true. There was a competition added in.
This looked awesome. Can you guys tell me about what happened in this competition?
So there's like two new little blue kayaks that I bought. They're not the best. We were gonna return them, and then Scott realized that he loves them because the kids like could barely paddle. They're like tipping over, and he loves it. So somebody said to Sam, was like, we should do a tug of war with those in the pool. But yeah, so I just I zipped it. Like they have like a little slit in the back. And I used like these heavy duty zip ties and put like a circle, and then just tied a rope, and we started them touching back to back in the middle of the pool, and just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And whoever can pull them past the 5-foot line or fall out loses.
Yeah, so if you fall out, you lose automatically. But then you have to try to get the boat to the other side past the line. It seemed, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, who's stronger? And then I'm like, wow, it has nothing to do with strength.
All about balance.
All about balance. Yeah.
They looked like they were in slow motion because like to try to paddle and not tip over, they were like this. They're like, they like weren't really moving. It was so funny.
Yeah, Sam too. I'm like, his entire body is like so clenched and tight as he tried to pull. Yeah.
So funny.
That sounded cool. That's a really cool idea for a comp. I hope it
it was awesome.
I loved it. Especially Carter getting in it. Like it took him like 3 tries to get into the boat, which the kids thought was hilarious.
Oh, yeah. He couldn't get in, just kept flipping over.
Like he wants it so bad, give him another chance.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anytime you put the kayaks in the pools, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
We were at swim lessons and I think you were hosing them off and the kids were like, why does Billy have kayaks? And I was like, oh, I'm guessing something's going to happen with them in the pool. They were so interested.
Something's brewing.
Yeah.
That's great. Do you remember who won that one or what team took it?
Emily, we had to do a playoff because it was tied after the 3 teams went. So Emily McKechnie won for.
It's Emily versus Sam too. I think it's Shay Show.
Shay Show?
Yeah.
Shay Show, I guess.
Yeah.
Shay Show. Shay Show's on a run, isn't it?
On a run, yeah.
What team are you on, Rachel?
Shay Show. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I know. The kids are always like, is Shay winning? I'm like, yeah, she's been winning like for weeks now. Shay Show's been winning for a while.
Right. Shay Show just like stayed below the fray and it's just like, this little nonsense can happen and we're just going to collect W's.
Right. Yeah.
Right. We're just going to win.
Yeah. We'll let Freddie and Ty do their thing, but yeah, we're just going to win the competition. Yeah.
I also just about the counselor teams. I love that they have like their like calling cards, the like team with Ty and the Shay Show.
Yeah, the Shay Show. Yeah.
Yeah. Like all of that stuff is so cool. Quinn does it all the time. She loves showing it to me. They also like doing each of the troop like calling cards or whatever, the like ears up cubs.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And they can do most of them for like all the troops. I think that's really cool. It just gives like a sense of like,
they're really like, catchy. The kids love them.
Yeah, it's very cool. And then so long periods, long activities on Wednesday, plus an activity. Plus special guest John Svetke at Sing.
Oh, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was a huge surprise to me. I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah, how did that come to be? I guess Billy, did you must have
his niece still comes there, and she like really wanted him to come because it's their last year as a camper. And she talked to Sam. She's like, "Yeah, if you can get him to come, we'd love to have him." So she put it together, and he came, and it was awesome.
So John Svetke was a counselor way back in the like probably 80s, maybe early 90s.
Yeah, mid to late
80s. Okay. So what did he do at Sing?
Started with, what did he start with? Song that Tom used to make him. I didn't really know what song it was, but it was a song that Tom requested him to learn because Tom was there too. Tom and Susan came. So he played that first for Tom.
Big one was The Cat Came Back. He did sing a Taylor Swift song.
He did Charlie. Charlie on the MBTA, and then The Cat Came Back with the Lost Verse.
There's a lost verse?
Yeah. There's a verse that we never sing. And every time he comes, we got to write this down so we know it.
Yeah.
Something about like a boy going up in a balloon.
To the moon, yeah.
Balloon to the moon or something. Sam wrote it down, so we have it now.
Nice.
And then he did his famous Purple People. What is it?
Oh. One eye, one horn. Yeah.
Flying purple people.
Yeah.
That one gets the kids going.
Yeah, they love that.
There's like a whole dance routine to it. And then he was like, all right, I got one left. I'm going to sing a folk song. And then he just sang Shake It Off by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, hilarious.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then that's what he thought he was done. And Sam was like, no, we need The Cat Came Back. You have to sing it.
I forgot.
Yeah.
That's so great. Yeah, so he was there with his acoustic guitar and playing all the hits. I think that's so great, bringing in like someone from the like distant past to like all of these songs that are still sung today, and like some of them, like I know John Say like likes to bring them back, like Titanic and stuff, where the stuff like before we had CDs and I guess the iPad now, like that was all we did. There was not this like go up and like lip sync to your favorite song, which is great. The kids love it, but it used to be all of these like songs you sing around a campfire. So I think that's it's great.
And the kids like singing them too. They just, and the more they're saying them, they know the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool that was the thing where we didn't have the typical like head counselor assistant CIT orchestra. And it was John and Mason. Yeah. So it was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we did The Cat Came Back, John and Mason both played with him. So John played guitar and Mason played keyboards.
Oh my gosh.
Mason is unbelievable.
Yeah. Sam was like, we have the past music, the current music, and the future music all up here today.
That's really cool. That makes me so happy.
Yeah. It was special.
Yeah. What a treat. What a treat on a Wednesday. So we finish up Wednesday. We go into Thursday. Mm-hmm. There was what I heard was the classic hoops and sacks race.
Hoops and sacks, yeah.
So what is
sacks and hoops?
Sacks and hoops.
Trying to decide the name was funny.
So what's that competition and how did it go?
So 3 teams, and there was campers and counselors.
So it was 8 counselors and 8 campers, right? Yeah. No.
I think 8 and 8.
8 counselors, 8 campers, one on each side. You just got to go in a potato sack and go to the other side if you're the camper. And then when the counselor gets the sack, they have to go through the hula hoop before they can go to the other side.
Got it.
Relay race back and forth.
Oh,
been going on for like classic.
A classic, yeah.
It's I don't know when we started doing that. They're calling it hoops and sacks, but it's stuck.
Yeah, it's funny, like the dance to it too. Like sacks and hoops
and sacks, sacks and hoops. It's a riot.
The whole camp's doing it before it starts. It was funny. The kids are like,
Sam was like, before the competition, he's like, all right, I think we're gonna try to change the name of this one. Who's got some ideas for me? And he got like 5 counselors give an idea, a couple of campers, and then he went through like, all right, cheer which one you want, and then no one really cheered for any of them. They're like, when he's like, all right, I guess what do you guys want? Hoops and sacks. And we're like,
yeah, like start chanting the one you want, and that one just like slowly became louder and louder.
So funny.
Did the Shay Show take this one also? That one got confusing.
Yeah.
So in the moment, like I guess when you finish the relay, everyone's supposed to sit. Mm-hmm. And that was learned like from another competition early when like someone was like, they weren't all sitting. So we were trying to get everyone to sit, but it was kind of confusing. But then it was crowned, I think, Burgers, Ty, Shay.
Right. But there was some controversy.
Yeah.
So I guess we were I was looking at Sam and I was like, I thought Pansiaco's Burgers were in front. I'm not sure what happened there. Like, it looked like a kid went twice. I didn't know what happened, but then we realized that Trisha Giddings never showed up. So they had they were short a person. So they only had less people. 15 people go instead of 16.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Classic Giddings.
Yeah, they had to go back to the tapes.
I was gonna say, so you and Sam were up watching the tape in the office and just the VAR. That's great.
Missing, and then I think they came in automatic last. Ty was so Ty was bumped to first, right? And then Shay and Freddie had to do a tiebreaker
to see who could claim
second place.
Yeah. They had to wear potato sacks. And
stand in a hula hoop.
And then
play tree nut squirrel. I don't know if you've heard of tree nut squirrel before, have you?
No, I haven't. What's tree nut squirrel?
Oh, nice. So John Saig invented this game. It's like a version of rocks, paper, scissors. Okay. But it's tree nut squirrel.
Like he goes over how everything works.
Yeah, you need him to explain it. Just in his voice, that's the way he says it.
Yeah.
The kids love it.
Yeah, and they have to do like squirrel, nut, tree. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So who won?
Yeah,
Shay.
Yeah.
That Che show.
Right.
Awesome.
So Freddie went from first place to third.
Thursday, though, also was the Green Hat Day, which this was a thing I learned about last year, and it's become a thing. So do you guys want to take me through the four who got the hats this year and how that went?
Yes, it was awesome. Yeah, so I don't know how long they've been doing this for. Yeah, I want to say maybe, well, thinking about the people that have like 10 years, maybe. I think Tom started it like towards the end of his run. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, so I think you have to be a head counselor for 3 years, or if you grew up at camp, you have to be head counselor for 2 years to get yourself into the old Green Hat Club.
Yeah.
So we had 4 people this year. So he first was Todd. Todd joined us, I think, back in 2017 with his 2 kids, and then we actually walked around one of his kids, and now it's like it's like kind of like a staple at the camp just in a few short years. Yeah, it's just awesome. So awesome to see him get that. I don't think he knew he was getting it either, so he's kind of like shocked.
Yeah,
he's like really excited. It was awesome.
Sam does a good job like describing the person without being super specific.
Yeah.
Like, so I was kind of like, who's he talking about? And then he's dropping more hints, like he came with the sons. I'm like, oh, now I know.
Yeah. You're like elbowing the pups. You're like, who do you think it is?
Yeah. They're like, someone's here that has a son. I'm like, you're no help.
Right. So then he moved on to Caroline, the lifeguard at the pool. And so I was actually happened to be like, she was like sitting directly in front of me because all the Green Hat people that already have them were up with Sam.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, so we're all like sitting at the picnic table around him, and then he started talking about her, and like, I thought it might be her, but like it might have been Sarah too, Sarah DiBiasio, who are like co-heads, and like Caroline, I could see her face, and she totally thought it was not her. Oh. She thought it was totally Sarah, and she's sitting there, and then says Caroline, and she's like a look of shock, and she's like looking around, like, that's you, Caroline, you're Caroline.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was a really cool moment.
Yeah.
And then Sarah also got one next as well.
Yeah.
Like Sam just has such a good way of talking about them, and like just it was pretty awesome. People are like tearing up, and
yeah,
it was amazing.
Yeah, Carrie's up there at the tissue box.
Yeah, like, Carrie's up there bawling.
Oh. That's great.
And then of course, last but not least, was Caitlin Canciaco got hers as well.
Yeah.
Just a really awesome moment as well.
Yeah, her mom was there, which is nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They called Krista to let her know that was happening, so she didn't tell the girl she was coming.
Oh, that's awesome.
They got to sing, and there she was, just standing there.
That's awesome. That's very cool. That is a very cool tradition. I think that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice, like, because I feel like the whole camp sees like head counselors like where you want to get to, but then it's like, no, even when you're a head counselor, there's like another step.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was sitting next to Danny, and he was like explaining it to me, because I'm like, wait, how did the years work? And he's like, well, you didn't grow up here, so you'd have to work here for 3 years to get one. I was like, whoa, okay.
Well, other CITs know that.
Yeah.
I gotta get to that point.
Yeah, it was sweet. Like, it just like the kids are just amazed by everyone up there, I think, too. They're like, whoa, that is the crew.
That's great. That's really cool. And it's nice that it's like it's something you tangibly can see, right? So even as the small kids are like, wow, this is amazing. They all have this thing. Got it. And then it kind of grows from there. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. And then everyone wore them all day long, which was awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Big day.
And it seems like too, there are like a couple different like variations of the Green Hat. Like it's not the same logo on each one. It's the same like washed out green, but
they've been they like update through the years or change a little bit, because mine's spelled out Franklin Country Day Camp. Yeah. All it says. And then I think the new ones have the actual logo on there.
Yeah, I saw the new ones. Very nice. Yeah. I think that's awesome. I also got from my kids on Thursday, they said, oh, lots of people got in trouble at Sing today. I said, okay. It was like, and I was like, did anyone do dead ants? And they were like, no. It's like, well, okay.
Yeah, no, not this time. There was
what happened Thursday?
I missed what happened with Cyrus. I just came back and he was in a clown suit with his makeup done. I think I was on a bathroom trip, but yes, Cyrus.
What happened?
Yeah.
But so Sam was like, all right, bring him out. He's dressed as like Ronald McDonald with his makeup done.
Yeah, we have a CIT that we found out that does like, does makeup for like shows and stuff, and she has like her own like makeup kit, like a big one. So It's like the new punishment this year is go see Ruby behind the office. You're getting a makeover.
Yeah.
Sam says again, head to Ruby's studio.
Yeah. Awesome. She pulls out like her big palette.
Yeah, she's got her palette. She's like, whoa.
That's awesome.
But Cyrus, they put Cyrus in the Ronald McDonald costume, and her face was so awesome.
Yeah, it was so funny.
It was.
Oh my God.
But I don't know what the crime was. I just saw the punishment.
That's great. Yeah, that's what I got in the car. I was like, oh, was it Green Hat Day? And they're like, so many people got in trouble today. Okay.
And then I think it was Ari got in trouble for poking someone. Remember? And then he had to have lawyers come represent him at Sing about, if he poked too hard with the stick or the little girl was like, yeah, it really hurt. And so they were like, okay, you need to be punished. So his punishment was he had to learn a cheer, like 2 campers are cheerleaders. So they taught him a cheer behind Sam's office and he had to come back in and perform.
That seems reasonable. Yeah. Is dead ants still a punishment? Is that still something that happens?
It is, yeah. Not like it used to be when you were there. Like I remember it was like always dead ants or always gray squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, now like they get brought maybe once or twice a year and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Like they find something to do now. Like it's like it's more creative with it than they used to be.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love the idea of like head to Ruby's studio. Like you
what did he have to sing? He came out, I think he's saying they made him put on the Ronald McDonald costume and then sing "You Are My Sunshine."
Oh yeah, you are my sunshine.
Sam goes, and then at the end you got to stop and say, "Ba-da-ba-ba-ba." I'm loving it. It was hilarious too. He did it so well too. It was so good.
Yeah, just such a good sport about it. Like he had a smile drawn on his face from the makeup, but was also smiling.
Yeah.
That's so amazing.
Just like if he closed his mouth, like he would just have a big smile on. Yeah. Then he couldn't stop smiling when he'd open it either. So it was just so funny.
So Friday we move on. We've got our theme day, which is music, which is a good one because you can go literally anywhere with this. Like just do a song. So Rachel, what did you guys do in the pubs?
We had a Billy takeover. So we did a fish song.
Oh, nice.
The kids wore like multicolored or tie-dye and we did the song Simple. It actually started because I was like, I want to do something really simple that the kids are going to love. And Billy's like, why don't you do Simple by Fish? And I was like, okay, different way that I was thinking about it. But yeah, we could do that. So we played the songs and like a couple kids had cymbals because it says like we have cymbals in the band and the curtain opened and they have them and then it closed. And then we have saxophones in the band and kids had these blow up saxophones. We had a dramatic effect. The song played for a minute. Well, the whole camp was kind of like
about a minute and 45 seconds. Well, the pups are just sitting out there, just looking around, like what's going on. I'm just behind the stage laughing.
Yeah. And I was like, maybe he's not going to come out. He said he was going to finish the song for us. But yeah, then we sang the last part like all together. Who made the posters?
I did.
Oh yeah, so posters were made with like the last 4 words to try to get the camp to sing it.
Because it goes like for like a whole minute, just like fades out with them singing 4 different. Was it Simbop, Beabaphone, Skyballs, and Sax Scrapers? They just keep saying that over and over. And so I made signs and had the whole camp singing it. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious in your blurb that you sent home to the parents, were you like, we're gonna sing Simple by Fish?
Yeah, I was like, we're doing a fish song. If you could learn multicolored. they're like, okay.
So the show was hosted by Mike and Fink yesterday, or they had aliases, right? They were called
Dr. Schlad
and Finkelstein.
Mike was Dr. Schlad, some like I don't know, Russian. Was he Russian?
I think that's what he was going for. Yes.
Yeah. A Russian psychiatrist in like a tracksuit.
So funny.
With his accent, Mike is hilarious. Like I could not stop laughing.
He was in character for the entire time. It was so impressive. Yeah. Yeah, and he shaved part of his beard because we had games that day, and I'm like, you didn't look like that before. I guess he's like, I brought a razor to camp, of course, and I just had to trim it a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure. So, what was like the general like conceit of what they were doing, the two of them?
So it was he's a psychiatrist, Mike was. So they were trying to figure out Fink's problems.
Yeah, and
So
it has a lot of problems
Yeah,
that they have to go through. So they went through like the classic like music therapy that didn't work, like showing like ink blots, like what do you see? Yeah, it was really well thought out.
tried like the leeches and
Oh
like
yeah, leeches to suck it
electrotherapy.
out. Yeah. Oh yeah, the kids were like, did he actually get shocked?
Like, it's got jumper cables up there.
Oh, then they did a brain scan. You have to go into the MRI machine, like a huge box labeled MRI. And he comes out and there's meatballs in his brain. So they have to do a lobotomy backstage.
I didn't hear that.
And then come back with meatballs in a jar. Oh, they tried hypnosis too before that.
Nothing worked.
Not till the meatballs were out.
Yeah. That's what I heard was there were meatballs in his brain.
Ink's too far gone.
Yeah. So funny. Yeah.
We set the record for the longest show ever too.
Yeah.
We didn't finish until 2:35. Well, once Mike gets involved in hosting, you know that you're in for a long show already.
Right.
But he's hilarious, but it's always long.
Yeah.
And then there's so many skits were like so long. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna keep going.
Well, it's kind of like the last show too. Like
is,
I know like there's the talent show, but it is like the last all group one. So everyone were kind of like really well thought out, I thought, and a bit longer than usual. The Foxes did like FCDC Idol.
Yeah.
So kids came up and did like either singing or some kids brought in instruments, and the judges were just like brutal to them.
They did Beastie Boys.
Oh, cool.
What was that?
We got to fight for
Right party. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she had like 3 different groups of the kids, and they were actually singing the song. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, like full screaming it, and Shay
like they had the lyrics and everything, like back and forth. That was awesome.
That's really
and then
cool.
A little dance, like fight for the right to party. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's
and
great.
Then what other
Krishna did like that Pink Elephant song and went all out with like the costumes and everything. Like she made all hats with ears and trunks. And her costumes are amazing.
Yeah, the Giddings definitely had a full-on arts and crafts evening, I'd say, making everything.
And then she nuts the elephant back. That just came out at the end of her skit, which was cool.
Nice.
Like an awesome new head for the camp too. So
that's awesome.
Just like using like cardboard cutouts, and now she made like a really nice one.
Yeah,
we have that.
That was another cool thing. It was like I didn't know that was a thing. I'm like, wow, this is really creative. I love where this is going. Like,
so we went out with a bang for sure.
It's day 25, and there's brand new stuff coming, and like it just keeps going. So, looking ahead to week 6, we got one more week, 5 more days. That I just can't imagine how much stuff you guys are gonna cram into that. And
like there's gonna be a lot of competitions, I would think.
We got FCDC's got talent finales, karaoke finals. We got there'll be a couple competitions before the battle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll be a good week.
Yeah, it's I'm sure it will be. Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to, or probably not because you haven't been here for week 6 yet? But
I'm definitely excited for the karaoke because I think it'll be awesome. Like that's been such a highlight all summer long. The karaoke has been really fun, and the FCDC's Got Talent will be funny.
What do you guys do on the last day? A talent show? Is that?
Yeah, talent show. Pretty much whatever they like. A lot of kids will play instruments or do like a dance routine or gymnastics routine.
Great.
So usually like a couple good counselor acts that get in there too.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I think in my newsletter this week I'm actually curious, what kids do for activities outside of school and camp. I have a couple kids that do karate. I'm like, that'd be a cool one to showcase.
Yeah, that's on Tuesday.
Yeah, I feel like a cookout pro now. I'm actually really excited for the third one. The first one was like, what do we need? And then the second one was like, okay, I think it's going well, but I'm like, third one, I'm ready for this.
Yeah. What are you guys having?
We're doing the brunch for lunch. Like pancakes, bacon.
Always a crowd pleaser. That's great.
And another great week. They go by so quickly, but the days are so full and long in the moment. But then I'm like, wow, it's Friday.
Yeah.
They're over.